Okay, I'm going to show you how we did the two-man trend kill. I did actually record more as well when we did this, but it turns out I was muted, so I'm just going to do a voiceover after the fact. A shame, because he's entertaining. So yeah, he's trying to get enough DPS. A large part of this is double hits. It's good to use the shield late, because then you get it back earlier when there might be an emergency. And ideally, you begin the totems hit right before they die, so you get not only the damage, but the kite out of them. So yeah. As you can see, I try to make sure every Versi lands a double hit. I don't do it in the best way, but it should more or less work. That would have hit the totem if it was a normal hit, but he did the special one. Yeah. I asked Mord to be the one healing, even though I have heal gear, because I'd rather he takes the drop in efficiency, because my DPS will drop considerably during in range. So I'd rather not have to worry about OT. So yeah, just lots of running around. I don't know, time before in range is worth more because you can actually do good DPS. Like anything you do wrong will just mean a lot of extra time during in range. But I actually feel like in range is simpler. Yeah. The spear does have more efficiency than Versi if they're both max. I have well, above average, but not near max spear, and an average Versi. So I think that tips the scale even more. I try to spear when possible. Ice Totem is just not worth using. It's got 56% bonus, which is very low. Also doesn't live very long, so it doesn't give you as much like with a Frost Totem, you can place it really early and then you'll have most of its cooldown ready by the time you will need another one. Which means you can handle 2 cycles with just Frost Totem. Yeah, making some mistakes, but Mord covers them quickly. And range is at 330 seconds, so 5.5 minutes. No. Yeah, what am I saying? Simple math. The potions like help a considerable amount. When I was practicing this solo, I wasn't using potions. The reason is that a lot of your mana gets wasted on totems, more so during in range. Over there, I tried to take a hit but failed at both tries, and then I mess up twice. Yeah, just a panic totem, mana crying out. But it was all good fun. We were just talking while doing it. Double hit. If he hadn't rolled so low, I would have died right there. It always annoys me when there's a point where I could have died if not for RNG, because I feel like the win isn't deserved. But as you can get unlucky, you get lucky. Also a shame that like a lot of your best runs where you make cool moves don't end up being the one where you end it, because it would have been so much cooler. Not sure why I dodged down there. That is a very nice move. You can do it if you're fast enough. Like you can even just run straight down 2 blocks and he won't be able to hit you. Not that the timing is easy or I recommend it, but could happen. As you can see, I'm holding off on the Versi quite a bit if I can't get a double hit. Over here, we get slightly worried because I'm trying to set up the end game position, which will have to be on the only row where you can use the whole width of the dungeon. What, 2 up from here? Yeah, there. That was just dumb. I don't know how that got me. The reason I throw the frost totem a bit further behind is so that its cooldown can start counting down before I actually need to get it hit. So then the next one will be ready earlier. Because the frost totem has a cooldown of what, 9 seconds, and the other one 12. Theoretically, with my CDR, you could use only frost totem, but you might get stuck doing something else for a couple of seconds. So it's good to have lots of leeway. And then if even that fails, I can take a hit. I believe that during in range, it's double damage, so I've got 252 HP, 2052, which means I can get one shot because what? Tren's max damage to a shaman is around the same as a fighter, like 1-250. I've never seen a 1-3. Wait, 1-250 is more like Brax, somewhere around 1200. So like 2400. I can't be killed with a book, but I can be one shot without it. It has happened. I could have gone back and tried to get that totem hit, but I felt like this was a better move. I wasn't planning on getting shot, but I was a bit worried about the fact that the timers were so similar, meaning that they both would have been slightly late under the wrong circumstances, or maybe even the right ones. Over here, using a nice totem would work. Yeah, I do end up doing that. It's slightly close though. I considered using the book, both then and now. So yeah, there was a lot less talking now. I asked Mord to be 3 blocks above me. What he has to do is make sure that the boss doesn't look up while I'm going through it, because then his shot will be aimed vertically, horizontally, not vertically. Meaning, if I walk through him, I will get hit. One way that he could do it would be if he just stood in the middle, because I'll never be going through the boss in the middle. But we just agreed it can move around a bit. He figured out what to do. If it works, I don't really care how he does it. I don't know how much heal threat he had exactly, but he could probably try and get a bit more damage in. Yeah, I'm a good deal ahead. He could be using fire bombs as well. Doubling back to get the totem hit is always good. With ice totem, it's stressful because it expires faster. But everything moves so quick, it feels like the totems last a lot longer. That's the only good thing. Yeah, he's using firebomb. The thing about Mord is he really wants to heal me. Like even while we were talking, it was constantly on his mind, which I definitely appreciate. Because healing while you're doing the shaman kite can be a bit annoying, especially because I've got legacy weapons. I would only do it after I know that the range shot can't hit me. Nice slow roll there. But yeah, it's a pretty simple pattern. Not many heroics up until this point. Probably gonna take the book, yeah. Although I could probably have done it with a nice totem, it would have been close. You do have to keep an eye on like the tail of the special shot, the blue one. Another thing that's extremely worrisome is if he has the range shot um, and you double back, he can shoot it on himself and you just instantly die. Although the fact that Mort is usually in range counters that. Over there it was quite unfortunate. I heard it because he yelled before dying. He walked into the wall. I asked him how much HP there was left. He told me 40k. I couldn't see because of the recording bar. I can't see now either. I didn't check if it's true. Probably it's close enough. And I was just like, it'll take a while, but I'll solo it. Then I noticed that my mana's dying. The fact that I still use spears after worrying about my mana is like, just because mana's on my mind, I'm like, ooh, let's throw a spear. Quite dumb. But it actually makes it easier to make sure my totems get hit because the scenario where he walks up to you and then doesn't shoot you but throws a ranged onto the other person, and then you have to go back to make sure the totem get hits, that can't happen because it will just throw the ranged onto the totem. Yeah, it turns out we triggered a respawn bug. I don't know how we did. We weren't doing any of the methods I am aware of. But, it is what it is. We did contemplate if he's cheating or not, but yeah, he just died again anyway. I will add that he was definitely very laggy. He was mentioning it quite a bit. I checked my guild chat after this, and it was just him posting his high MS. But I feel like it doesn't change much because the Dodger is more of a supporting character. Like, imagining that they hadn't died isn't against the spirit of the run too much, and I will do it again. It's not like we're going to change gear or something. This is where I started to get stressed out. At one point, Mort tells me there's 7k left, and I'm not sure why I was forced to use a shield. I think I just messed something up. It felt like I needed to. That was just annoying. I couldn't quite get it on, but at least I didn't get hit. I healed a lot less than I thought I had in this run. Probably for the best. 40 mana for just a bit of heal is not the best. This is actually one of the situations where new resto could be better, I guess. Yeah, but I don't have a new resto. I hate gambling so much. Apart from my Catta's Demise, which came out max first try, everything else has been hell. But yeah, we're just talking here. I'm like, I know I'm going to throw. I didn't even notice the fact that the mana pot was up. Took a shot even though I didn't need to. Stress is definitely getting to me. At this point, my character has been in the dungeon all day. I had left to go and do other stuff, but it's been at least 11 hours at this point. Definitely AFK more. I don't know, it reminded me of like old BK, where you just try and try until you get it. Things go slightly better each attempt. We didn't spend too long attempting it. Like we got it within around an hour, maybe a little more. More or less. No, it's probably a bit more. Yeah. But it was good fun. I first tried this with Smiter, where we came up with the pre and range strat. Then I did some solo. Asadel helped me a great deal with the post and range strat. I polished it by doing a bit of solo, and it finally worked. Honestly, it took less time than a lot of other things. It's just the fact that it's so repetitive that it feels like it's forever. He did tell me that like he wouldn't even see the shot coming. Like one moment he was alive and the next he'd be dead. That was a huge mistake. I was very pissed at myself for that. I don't know what happened, like my totem just didn't cast and I got hit instead. I just gave up on healing, but I still potted just in case. I will add that I cannot see the HP bar, so it's like just doing a final burst is not an option. I was very worried about getting caught out by the range shot when I double back through him. My plan had been to just swap after he shoots the range shot, but then in practice I never really did that. Mord's gonna come back just in time for the kill. Quality fiber. But yeah, it was very fun. It was getting late, so I would have been quite annoyed if we had died at the end there. Crappy pants. I actually solo cleared the mobs. I might show you how I did that because the strategy is quite interesting. If played perfectly, you might be able to be done without hiding. You would also have to use Legacy Breaker for that. But I'll just show you the hiding because I feel like it's much more strategic and fun. But yeah, we might do rain as well. I might try and solo Ina. Solo trend is possible, but it would take like 15 minutes. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Maybe later. But yeah, it was enjoyable as well because we were VCing. Shaman is fun. Yeah, we were talking about ping. Poor Mord.